All right, so let's now create some smoke coming out from our lava. And so the kind of smoke we want is a very thin smoke, I would say, and a very going up smoke. We don't want too much advection by the snake, like to get big swirly shapes. So yeah, let's go back to our particle. So we're gonna drop a point up. We're gonna call this vel smoke. We're gonna we're gonna put some green on it, and what I want to do on this one is just changing a little bit the velocity to be more going up. Um, so I'm just gonna dive inside. I'm gonna drop a mix and a constant, and the constant gonna be a vector pointing in the y-axis, very strong, so 100. Let's just take this and our current velocity, and let's just plug this in the velocity output so we can see too strong. So let's bring back a little bit that old velocity. So let's go 0.95. Seems to be good. All right, let's add a noise to it. So turbulent noise. Let's bring a add, and we're just gonna add this to our velocity. Let's again use a 3D noise, simplex noise, my favorite, and let's put 50 in amplitude, so very strong noise. Now, let's create the density attributes. We're gonna need to emit our smoke, so let's bring a bind. We're gonna call this density, and let's create a parameter, which we're gonna call dense. Let's go set this one to 1, and here we go. So let's now rasterize our attributes. So let's put a volume rasterize attributes, and we're gonna go take our density attributes, which is created, and the V attribute, velocity. Let's do a normalize. Let's bring some velocity blur. Here we go. And yeah, might be enough. A little bit low res, but with all the mess gonna happen, it's gonna be okay, I think. So let's just leave it this way. So now let's bring a new output. I'm gonna call this lava smoke emitter. Alright, so emitter is set up. We are ready to go into simulation. Um, let's actually, I'm gonna tweak again a little bit my velocity. Um, it's really like nitpicking, but yeah, I just want my smoke to go up. So let's go back into our vel smoke, and let's bring the mix to, let's say 0.9. Not really gonna change a lot, but yeah, here we go. So let's now drop a .NET. We're gonna dive inside, and let's bring a pyro solver first. We're gonna need a volume source. We're gonna need a smoke object and gas reside free dynamic. So let's connect everything. And here we go. All right, so let's go inside our volume source, and we're gonna grab our lava smoke emitter. And let's go ahead and create our first field. So it's gonna be density and so target field density. Let's create another one which is gonna be velocity. So we're sourcing the attribute and we're creating the vel field. And here we go. So the first thing I want to change is, like I say, I don't want too much velocity, like too swirly shape. So I'm gonna divide the velocity by 2. Let's put 0.5. And the second thing I like to change is I want a very thin smoke, so I'm gonna go like 0.1 for the density. Here we go. Now I can see if I'm checking my original snake, I can see that it's getting very close to the camera, and it might be a problem like if we get some puff of smoke going into our face, it's gonna be a nightmare to render and it's gonna hide everything. So let's just keyframe our density. So we're gonna put 0 1 at the first frame, keyframe this, and let's go to the last frame and put 0.02, so very small value, and keyframe that again. Here we go. So all set. Let's go into gas resize. We're gonna uncheck clump to maximum, and we're gonna go inside tracking objects and check this, and we're gonna go grab again our lava smoke emitter. So this way I can use this as bounding box. Here we go. So if we hit play now, it should give us something, and that's something. So, alright, obviously looking to low res, so we're gonna go first increase our resolution. So let's go 0.07, let's put it to 72. Here we go. So now let's bring down a little bit dissipation. So we're gonna put 0.07 and let's add some disturbance. So I'm gonna leave this to 0.5. So let's bring a turbulence, gas turbulence. We're gonna set this to 1, which is a very strong value. I'm gonna leave this by default, and I'm gonna go use the density field to attenuate my turbulence. Here we go. So let's hit play again, and we can see it's looking better, much more high res. Um, yeah. So now I can see some of the smoke going underground. So I'm just gonna add a ground plane again. So let's put a merge. Let's add a ground plane. Let's make sure the merge is on mutual, and let's hide the ground plane. Here we go. So now that we have everything set up, let's just go back into sublevel, and we're gonna bring our smoke out. So let's drop a dop import fields, and I'm gonna choose my dop. I'm gonna choose smoke objects, and I'm gonna choose pyro presets. So this way, yeah, you can see my smoke. Obviously, I don't need all this field, so I'm just gonna need density and velocity. It's gonna be enough. Then I do want to know where the snake is, so let's just merge this seam to. I could take my particle, but it's gonna take forever. So let's just grab my original snake, which is very light, and here we go. Okay, so let's put some black color on it so we can see better the smoke. Here we go. 0.02, right. And let's do a flipbook. Let's see what we got. Alright, so flipbook is done. Simulation looks good. Again, it's maybe a little bit too low res, but it's gonna be enough for our project. So let's go ahead and let's get rid of the velocity field because we are not really gonna use it. We are not going to put any motion blur on it. So yeah, it's gonna take less on disk. Let's bring a file cache and let's connect it. Let's put into chunk cache, we're gonna add, instead of mesh, we're gonna put smoke. Here we go. And yeah, let's go ahead and simulate this. And again, on my station, this simulation took about half an hour. So, our cache is done. Everything's look alright. So, let's drop a new output, which we're gonna call snake lava smoke out. And let's put the two elements same level. Let's delete this and let's go back onto our mesh and we're gonna bring the smoke into geo level. So let's go back, create a geo node, and I'm gonna call this snake lava smoke. Let's dive inside it, bring object merge, and we're gonna go grab our outputs. So snake lava smoke out. And here we go. So everything's starting to assemble.